And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Tony, it's
dude.
Barnes, and it's our producer, Renee. What's going
Behind the glass,
Hello.
Renee.
Hello.
Good to have you on the Sports Port.
Great to be here.
Lot to go over, though, Tony. Lots. Locks. I mean, we got baseball, the Mets.
That's true,
making
dude.
a higher, but we'll slip it in later. But for now, let's start with the world of the National Football League.
Juju Smith-Schuster is blown up. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Do not stand up with that man and let him just throw you out of the club.
On its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my goodness is right, because I think the last thing that me, that you, that anybody watching this game last night would have expected was the San Francisco 49ers to run it down the Rams' throat and win 31-10. Jimmy G only attempted 19 passes, but that's all he needed to do. 182 with those two scores. They got some help from the defense. Jimmy Ward with 2 picks. And Deebo Samuel, kind of a jack of all trades. You can run it with him in the backfield, receiver, 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. So the Niners really last night looked like the team that everyone was expecting them to be all season. So they get their record up to 4-5. And of course this year, I mean, we've seen tons of upsets, obviously, like Jacksonville beating the Bills, but one of the bigger upsets of the year, I'd say, no?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what it was about the Rams last night, but all of them were not playing well. I mean, Stafford had 2 picks. We saw San Francisco had no turnovers, so obviously that's good for them. But I mean, just Stafford didn't really seem like himself. Receivers, I felt were dropping balls left and right. Higbee had a terrible drop. I forget who else had a drop pretty much in the end zone. It was perfect throw over his shoulder. Jefferson,
but I think one of his foot might have been out.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
Oh, you got to catch it.
You got to catch it, dude. Like, you got to catch those balls. So really, no one was really picking up Stafford where he was making mistakes, and Stafford wasn't really leading the team. And I mean, I guess all of that together was like a recipe for a loss.
And we've seen this with the 49ers before, under Kyle Shanahan, but he didn't have a crazy game last night. But Elijah Mitchell, 6th-round rookie this year, 97 yards rushing last night, but I think his yards per carry were in the 3s. But a 6th-round pick. I feel like they can find any guy late in the draft and just put him at running back. And they had Breida in the years before. It doesn't matter who they plug in there. It seems like they are effective, running the ball.
Yeah, dude. And I don't know if it was a little bit more of the Rams defense, but I mean, their defense seemed to be very frustrated with the way they were playing. Giving up first downs left and right. They had pretty much, no pressure at all. And like you said, Elijah Mitchell was running up the middle with, next to no contention.
And I saw him cheesing at the end of the game. I guess before this game, Kyle Shanahan had said, we're making it a priority to run the ball 40 times, 44 carries on the ground.
There we go.
156 yards, only 3.5 a carry, but still, that's grinding it out, wearing out the defense. And you'd expect the Rams bringing in Miller, and the other guys that they already have, obviously Aaron Donald, but they just couldn't do it.
I know, not at all. It's weird. I thought Miller was hurt. I was surprised to see him play last night.
He's banged up. I think they just had him on some packages. And we were all riled. We thought Odell would have a big role. I mean, 2 catches early, and
he wasn't even playing that much.
No. And I guess because they wanted to do a hurry up offense, isn't all the plays. Bye week coming up though, so he'll have a chance to get accustomed to this offense. But you know what? This reminded me of how the Chiefs have looked up until last game. With just no time to throw, everything's
Right.
just off.
Mhm.
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, it's a good comparison.
And then there was some report, I think it was on ESPN.com. They were saying that like the big weakness with the Rams is they can't win a tough, quote unquote, muddy game, like grinded out game.
Right.
And then they might be soft. I mean, do you buy into that, or do you think it's possible mid-season swoon they'll get back out there and be the team that we expect them to be?
I think as of now, I think they will still be the team we expect them to be. I mean, this is one of those games where you had to kind of grind it out for the win and kind of show some grit, which they didn't. So I can see why people are kind of reporting that. But we have to see maybe another tight game where they're playing a hard team that's running the ball hard right up the middle and see how they kind of react. I would imagine they're going to have some type of different game plan for the next time they face a team like this.
And they're going to play. So they have a bye coming up, and then they're going to play the Packers at Lambeau. So
there we go, dude.
All of a sudden, 7-1 can be 7-4.
Yeah, that is going to be a good test for them. I mean, they're at Lambeau. It's going to be 2 weeks from now. It's Thanksgiving pretty much. We're almost in December. It's going to be cold, dude. Maybe some snow. So it's definitely going to be a tough game for them to grind out.
And it's just crazy how quick things change. Almost like how quick, the Bengals, after losing those couple games, losing the Jets, everyone had them high up on their list. Patriots starting out the year so bad. Now all of a sudden they're blowing out teams.
Right.
It's like the whole league is getting turned upside down.
I was actually about to say that, dude. I mean, I feel like it's been very exciting, honestly. Nothing we thought was going to happen has kind of happened so far.
And then, of course, the Jags have been improving their last couple games, winning and stuff. So the Niners, their next game will be against Jacksonville. But you look at that, you win that game, you're back to 500. And then, you got 7 games to kind of put yourself in a playoff position. Their last game of the season is against the Rams, so there'll be a rematch there. But I think this is the 5th straight win against them, I believe, or if I'm not mistaken, they've dominated that series recently. And then, you got the Vikings, the Seahawks, the Bengals, Titans. So a lot to be determined for the Niners. And I think this is big because, this is really Jimmy G's last shot. And I think there's a little bit of impatience with Kyle Shanahan. I know they were just in the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Right.
Take away that season, hasn't really done too much.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of negative connotations with Shanahan. I mean, a lot of people kind of question his offensive capabilities in terms of play calling and everything like that. So I would agree with it. The patience is kind of thin with him. So I would say a lot for him to prove as well as Garoppolo. Yeah.
And then so other than that, I mean, that does it for week 10, week 11. Thursday night football, a couple days, Patriots, Falcons. And it's just funny. You look at this. So, I mean, obviously the Patriots just blew out the Browns. The Falcons got blown out by the Cowboys. So going into it, no problem. Belichick, this is his time of year where he does his work. They'll steamroll him. But it's like the way things have been going, is the opposite going to happen? Because that's what it feels like.
It's very possible, I suppose. But I'm going to be on the steamroll train.
Yeah, no. And also just the fact that Calvin Ridley will still be out. So the Falcons, I mean, you're looking at, Cordell Patterson's a pretty big weapon, but Kyle Pitts is the focus of the offense. And we've seen it with Belichick for the last 30 years. He's going to take away your number one guy. So you take him away. I mean, how are the Falcons really going to score? I mean, obviously got a couple of days to figure it out, but it just seems like it's setting up for that.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, dude, Matt Ryan.
Yeah, it's a shame though. It really is. And honestly, I mean, the way things are going with the Jets, Wilson's still not ready. I mean, if he wants to come to New York for a year, I'd welcome him, honestly.
What's the deal with Joe over there, dude?
With
Flacco.
Oh, Joe Flacco. I mean, come on.
Is he just going to be chilling?
He just, what? He's been done for 4 or 5 years.
Right.
So, yeah, back up. I mean, he threw a touchdown last week, but I mean, would he give you a better chance to win? I guess, but it's like you're better off just getting experienced younger guys because obviously Flacco's not going to be your guy. It's just.
But then you're going to bring in Ryan, and there's going to be a bunch of fucking quarterbacks.
Ryan, but then you reload on the offense, get an offensive lineman. 2 top draft picks coming up with that Seahawks picks. But I just hate how I'm always, no matter what team it is, I just can't catch a break. I'm always forecasting for the next year. I can never be like riled, ready to go for a championship run this year. It's always about next year.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, you were pretty riled for the Jets before the season started, but then,
then they turned into the Jets.
And the season started.
Yeah, unfortunately. But long ways to go. So we will see what happens. And then real quick, before we switch here, did you hear there's a little back and forth between Rob Saleh and Rex Ryan?
No. Is there really?
I guess there was just some comparison done on that because I think he goes on Get Up, with Greeny Rex, and someone kind of compared him to Rex, being defensive coaches, the first coaching job, and he said something like, "Don't put me in the same breath as Robert Saleh," or something.
Oh my
and
God!
Saleh's brother fired back and was saying basically he was just riding on the coattails of Eric Mangini, who was the coach before him, and then once he had his guys in there, he was terrible. So kind of interesting to see that back and forth. I mean, I think it's like, what are we doing? I mean, I know Rex, that's what he gets paid for, but Saleh, I thought,
there's no place.
Don't get the brother involved. Just say, oh, well, he gets paid to give his opinion on TV, and just leave it at that.
Yeah,
I think that's
what's the brother doing? Like, why? Come on, dude.
Yeah. It is kind of funny though. I would be interested to see, like, if it doesn't work out with Saleh, if possibly Rex could make his return.
Really?
Imagine how amped the fan base would be.
I'd be pretty amped.
I mean, geez, the way things have gone, why not?
I know, dude.
Right? But we'll see what happens. But for now, Tony, let's switch to the world of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
Lakers win the game.
Did not hear that last night, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
All right.
Always jumping ahead here.
Oh, God.
The Knicks finally win a game again. 92-84 over the Pacers, like it's 95. And that's the type of score you'd get. Kemba, 16. Rose, 14 and 7. I believe they were down 1.5, trailing going into the fourth quarter, and then they outscore the Pacers 23-10. And we finally see the Knicks be that defensive stalwart team that we saw last season. Outscoring them by 13 in the fourth and only allowing 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. That's how you close out a game.
Yeah, dude. And it was, I kind of thought we were going to see the typical Knicks that they kind of bucked a little bit in the third quarter. Probably fourth quarter be trash. But, I mean, they kind of pulled it out, dude. They had a great fourth quarter, which I feel like we really haven't seen them do all season.
Yeah.
Which is really impressive to see that they're kind of, working on their late game. Maybe they're getting in shape, as Mike would talk about later in the year, they're kind of getting more used to the playing and everything and getting in game shape. So I guess that's kind of showing here. And, they kind of pulled out the win.
Yeah. I mean, the Pacers, they're under 500, but they
still
have players on that team. I mean, Sabonis and Brogdon each had over 20. Sabonis, 15 rebounds to go along with those 21 points. Brogdon, 8 and 7 as well. But we've talked about this before. I just think with the injuries that they've had, with TJ Warren and Karis LeVert, it's just, I don't know. They just kind of are going to be a middling team. And I don't know if they need more trades need to be made. Turner's been there a while as well. So I think just a lot of things to consider for them. But I do think going forward, though, when we talk about the Knicks, I think they are going to be on an upward trajectory after these early season struggles.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially, as the season goes on, they're going to get in better shape. I would say probably one thing, thank you very much, Michael, that they have to kind of work on is, Jesus. Look at this, dude.
You get some on your bowling shirt?
Where'd they go? They go off-roading, dude?
Yeah. Just say thank you, right, Barnes?
I did say thank you.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. You don't worry about the whole presentation.
Did you get anything else, Tony?
You got a donut, dude? Chocolate glazed? Donut in? Donut in my veins.
I ate it on the way back.
Anyway, I would say the Knicks, one thing they have to work on is their turnovers. They had 12 turnovers last night, which I feel like a little bit too much for me, man. But other than that, I mean, they shot like 33% from 3.
Yeah.
A good all-around effort. Quickly at 16, Walker at 16, Rose had 14. He had 7 assists as well. So, kind of sharing the ball, dishing out the rock and stuff. And, they play good basketball as a team.
Yeah.
Like they really do. They have good chemistry, good flow, good momentum when it's in their favor and everything. So, they're going to be an impressive team for the rest of the season for sure.
Yeah. So I think, just combine that defense with a decent amount of offense and you'll be right where you need to be.
Right.
And how about, you called it, Dallas Mavericks.
Let's go, baby.
111,
Michael can
101
eat it.
Against the Nuggets.
Fucking eat it,
KP,
Michael.
probably his best game of the season, 29-11.
What did I say? 35-10 yesterday.
You were close. You were close. Definitely close.
You know.
Luka, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. And then, they still let up Jokic, 35-16, Monte Morris, 17-8. And how about, and Mike nailed it, Bull gets in the game, some instant offense. I was just about to pull up the specific numbers. Were you shocked? I mean, it wasn't a blowout. I mean, were you shocked?
I was shocked. Honestly, it would have been more shocked if Kevin Knox got in the game, but that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
They didn't play.
What?
They didn't play.
Who?
Well, the Lakers suck.
Oh my god, dude. Yo, did you hear that Matt's a Bulls fan now?
I did not get the memo yet. I'm sure it's coming along shortly. But I mean, Tony, I know we've beat this to a dead horse, but seeing Bull, so 11 minutes, 7 points, 3 or 5 from the floor, 2 3-point range, 2 rebounds. I mean, I guess he was a -9 out there, but just if you had to put something on it, what is the reason for this?
That he's not getting the playing time?
But just you know what I mean? They could at least give him
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly could not fathom. I could not think of an idea because, I mean, dude, look at the man.
Yeah.
And he's not bad. The guy can move too. I mean,
yeah.
He's really not a bad player. I think he deserves more playing time. I don't know if maybe there's some type of dispute between another player and him. Some type of ego thing maybe, and the coaches don't really want to address it, so they don't really play him. Or
I guess. I mean, Jeff Green, who they've been playing a lot more than him generally, but he actually only played 4 more minutes than him last night. But
right,
a -10, 2 points, 0 for 2 from the floor. I mean, he had 8 rebounds. I guess maybe they like that he's a little smaller. He can kind of guard a 3 and stuff, but it's just like I don't know. I think this guy is talented, and it's like, how is he ever going to develop if he doesn't get in the game?
It's a perfect point, dude. He's not ruin his career.
That's just something to keep an eye out on. And
what's his contract like for them?
It can't be much. I think this is his 3rd year,
right?
2nd round pick, so I'm sure it's very limited, nothing crazy. So I'm sure he has an out probably as soon as next year, I would think. But
you think he's going to go to a team that would play him?
Oh my God,
for sure.
He'll run for the hills. It would be quite ironic if he did end up in the Big Apple. But I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But just something to keep an eye out for. So the Mavericks get the victory there, and to our surprise, but hey, they've had a good start to the season, and it finally seems like KP and Luka are on the same page after a lot of struggles together.
Yeah, which is nice to see. I think KP definitely had the short end of the stick in terms of what people were thinking of him, what they were saying about him. But I think, like I was saying yesterday, I think the past couple months or so, he kind of been slowly, bringing his game back to where it should be. And I think last night was, I think, the tipping point for him. I think he's going to start having some stellar games after this, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And then one other game from last night, Bulls 121, Lakers 103.
Barnes, what happened here, dude?
I mean, the Bulls happened. The Bulls are a really good team. That's why I keep saying they are going to the NBA Finals. DeRozan, another huge performance, 38 points, 8 assists. Lonzo, we talked about the revenge spot, 27, 7 and 8, 26 from Levine. So, I mean, you get that right there. They don't even have Vucevic, and they still beat the Lakers by 18 on the road. I think that's impressive. I mean, you kept Davis pretty much in check. I mean, 20 and 6. That's just kind of another day at the office for him.
Wow, dude.
Westbrook, 25, 6 and 8. And I think he was 0 for 5 or 0 for 6 for 3-point range.
I was going to say, Lakers shot 18% from 3.
It's just like, you think Westbrook is like, even though it's year in, year out, we see it. He's not an efficient shooter, but you think he's just so intent on like bucking that sentiment that he's just going to keep forcing it.
I think that's exactly what it is, dude.
Like, oh, he can't shoot, West brick. So I'm going to just keep shooting.
Right.
And then keep showing bricking. Why I'm called West brick.
Hilarious, dude. You think if LeBron was in, totally different game?
Totally different game.
Like they win. Like 121,
Possibly,
103.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it. They lost by 18. I mean, LeBron, what does he average? 25 points a game. And I know you can't just say that. Obviously, different.
But you just did.
Well, but also you got to keep the fact that defensively, they're going to be better with him playing.
Mhm.
And then the only difference would be, Taylor Horton Tucker played big minutes, 28 and 6. So that's, a guy that I've mentioned a lot. So that's a positive. His first 2 games have been strong. He probably doesn't get as much a run with LeBron back. But I did see a report, I think by Dave McMenamin of the ESPN, that they're saying it's a good possibility he plays next game, which I'm not actually sure when that is. I don't think it's tonight, but I'm just, because that would be 3 games in a row. But
No way.
just curious to see. I'm guessing their next game would be tomorrow. But I think, it's just a completely different team. And we've seen over the years, it's just LeBron's teams when he's out.
Right.
It's not even close to a resemblance of how they are with him.
He's going to be out for like a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, I don't. What are you getting at, Tony?
They're going to keep losing. They have Milwaukee tomorrow, right?
Is it tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow, Wednesday, 17th, with Milwaukee Bucks.
I think this needs to be fact checked. Let's see. So Wednesday the 17th, and we do have. It sounds like it would be a game that would be on ESPN. Bucks Lakers 7:30 on ESPN. Pfizer Forum. Giannis has been in and out of the lineup, but I think he's fine, so he should be good to go. Bucks, 6 and 8. We think the Lakers are struggling. Obviously, they've had COVID and injuries and different stuff, but I think with LeBron back, I think they win this game. But if he wasn't, I think it would be another tough one for them. But the fact that he can be back, he can, hone in on Giannis.
Right.
Full confidence in the Lakers. And, it's just a tough it's funny. I just noticed this though on my NBA news, a little column at the bottom. Stephen A, our favorite guy. Stephen A doesn't think the Lakers have the chance to win a title, even with everyone healthy. LeBron won't win any more championship. He's so sure about that. He's so sure about it.
Has LeBron played a lot of games this season?
No.
So, is that
15.
going to like, obviously the Lakers don't have much flow, but like, do you think him, when he does come back and he starts, you think he's going to start butting heads with like Westbrook
No, because his play speaks for itself. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
understand that, but like, given Westbrook, given the Lakers.
Yeah, well, you can say, hey, yeah, you guys are 1 game over 500. You look like shit.
Right.
Okay, I'm not gonna come back, and you're gonna be ordering me around. Let's just get that straight.
So you could kind of make the argument that LeBron is really faking this injury to prove that the Lakers really need him to win, so he can come back and be like, "Oh, I'm the best."
That sounds like something that Nestor Stash tweeted.
No, dude. It sounds perfectly, fine to me, dude. Very
How's the coffee?
it's cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Just a regular coffee with cream or cream and sugar?
It's French vanilla, almond milk,
Wow.
sugar.
Wait, you get the same, Renee, or?
I got a Earl Grey tea, small with honey.
Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey tea. It's black tea. It's very caffeinated and
Okay.
delicious.
Wow. I didn't know that there was that much caffeine in tea. I always thought like you
I think
couldn't
Earl
tell.
Grey and English breakfast have the most caffeine in it for teas and more caffeine than coffee.
Just because I guess I've just had green tea and I just
Right.
I don't feel anything. So I'm kind of interested
Green
to try
tea
that.
doesn't have a lot of caffeine.
Green tea doesn't have a lot of
One of the
caffeine.
lowest.
It's one of the
Yeah.
lowest.
I used to be big on the green tea. I took like a 6-month break from coffee.
No way.
Whoa.
Green tea is good, soothing.
Yeah, it is soothing.
Honey?
Hydrating.
At times.
Love honey in my tea,
Yeah,
dude.
it does hydrating as well. I
guess.
Just thought that was interesting. I went with the Cumberland Farms homemade coffee combination today, like I usually do.
Right. Is
No
tea
uptime.
hydrating?
It has water in it.
Yeah,
like
I was
how-
gonna say I thought it dehydrated you.
No,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does too. Caffeine dehydrates you.
Yeah, I know, but this is like more of a water. Like you just pour all the water in and then you put
Yeah.
the tea in, compared to coffee, which is more decaffeinating. I mean, more.
Do you listen to yourself right now? What do you think coffee is? Coffee is water filtered through coffee beans.
We talked about this the other day.
Tea is water pretty much just filtered through tea leaves.
I think
You
we're gonna have to-
dingus.
I need to do some more research.
Yeah,
on this.
yeah.
We'll
Okay,
revisit that.
It's
another
all
time.
water. What are you talking about?
No, because I have heard that though, like, doctors say like coffee doesn't dehydrate you, but I just am like, I don't know, because it's like I'll drink a coffee. I haven't had any water, and then it feels like I just want to chug water. So I don't know if I really buy that.
Maybe it's just in your head. I don't know.
Could be.
Could be, dude. We have to do some research.
So looking ahead, slate tonight, Tony. We got 3 games in the NBA. First one, 7:30. So the first leg of that doubleheader on TNT. 11-2 Warriors, coming off that disappointing loss against Charlotte at the 10-4 Nets, who are 2.5-point home favorites. So Durant versus his old team. And it's just Harden's played better of recent. What do you make of this matchup? I think
what's the deal with Clay, dude? He's out for how much longer?
I think it's going to be end of January, February. It's crazy how long it takes, but he's coming off an Achilles and an ACL.
And the ACL.
So those are big injuries, of course.
I don't know, dude. I want to say with Harden kind of getting his game back, maybe adjusting to the new foul rule, like I think maybe they have a slight chance here, especially with how Golden State has played. I mean, I guess both teams have played really good, but I don't know. I want to say the Nets at home. I think KD's going to go off. I think he's going to have drop a 40 burger, right? Is that what Mike says?
He does say that, yeah.
40 burger. Harden's going to have another 30, dude. It's going to be a bloodbath, I think.
Yeah, looking at this, it's funny because the Warriors obviously, had one loss going into that Hornets game. But I just feel like it's a trend we see, whether it's baseball, whether it's NFL, NBA, a team so hot, and then they get that first loss, and then usually a couple follow.
Yeah, a couple follow, yeah.
It's a tough road game here against the Nets, and I'm sure Durant more than anything with Draymond.
Yeah.
And, just his whole thing with the Warriors wants to show him up. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for 50. And I don't usually do this. I don't really like taking the Nets, but I think it does set up for it, actually.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's high scoring. I think it's 120 to 110. And KD goes for 46 points. And the Nets get a big victory here at home. First leg of your doubleheader, 7:30 on TNT. Second game, we get the 8-6 76ers at the 8-5 Utah Jazz, who've dropped a couple games to Tony's surprise. 8.5-point favorites here. And I just am curious. You see anything on Embiid? Is he? I guess he's good.
He is not on the IR report, so
okay. But I just feel like 8.5. I mean, I know the Sixers have struggled somewhat this year, but this seems a little heavy. No?
Both teams have lost 4 of their last 5 games.
So why do you think, Embiid is? I mean, why do you think they're favored by that much? Just they're such a good home team. I mean
they're really 4-2 at home. 76ers are 4-2 away. So I mean, I don't know, dude. Maybe Vegas knows something we don't know again.
But we thought that yesterday. Yeah. That 1.5 points for the Bulls. Oh my God, Tony. Oh my God. But you know what? I don't know if he's back because I'm looking on here.
Doesn't say he's in
because he had COVID and he hasn't played since 11/6. So that's 10 days.
Right. So if he has COVID, I mean, he would be on the IR list anyway, though, no?
Usually they are, but I don't know why. So I'm going to just take a quick look here just on my fantasy basketball app. That usually gives us the most up-to-date information. Let's see. Friday. Okay, so he's not going to. That's why he's not playing.
COVID
next game,
so he's not playing. So I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. But I mean, you still have Harris, you still have Drummond.
Yeah.
You still have is Maxey injured? No.
Thibault, Green, and Henry.
You could argue they're probably better off without
Danny Green. Yeah, probably. Rudy Gay out for the Jazz.
So I mean, when you look at this, I kind of think I know where you're going, but. What do you got in terms of a pick here?
I think Jazz win this one 111 to 98.
Really?
Yeah.
And any rhyme? Is it Donovan Mitchell?
I do think Mitchell averaging 26 points a game. I'm going to give him 30 tonight, dude. Rudy Gobert, give him another 15 in there, dude. Let's go.
I think Gobert's more of a 9-9 guy,
I think he's maybe a 10-9 guy.
Just give him one more.
Yeah.
I think looking at this, I think it's going to be close. So I think a lock here is taking the Sixers to cover that 8.5 number.
Mhm.
I think they'll be safe there. But end of the game, Mitchell. So I guess, once again, me going against the grain.
Oh.
Jazz, not to cover though. So let's say
What a
Jazz
contrarian.
107, Sixers 105. And I think we might get Mitchell at the buzzer. Down one, just says, I'll take the 3. Right in.
All right, dude. Let's
You
see it.
see Curry the other night make the 3.
And point to the crowd, guy.
But like turned around.
Turn around
before
when it even went in. Yeah. I would have, dude. I would. That one fan he was looking at was fucking cheesing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
Would you relish the opportunity to be able to do something like that out on the court?
Me?
Like
Yeah.
in the NBA.
Right,
I'm
I
saying.
could do that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Just to
I would
know-
much rather, like crank a home run and just like drop my bat and start walking before it even.
a walk-off home run would be insane.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine like the emotion
Mhm.
of that.
Walk off home run, World Series Game 7 to win. That's my dream, dude.
I mean, you probably would like have some serious injuries though after getting mobbed at the plate.
Possibly.
What do we got, Renee?
What, Renee?
He just said you sucked.
Wait, what
What?
happened?
Did you have a lot of injuries?
Oh, Renee. Oh no.
Wait, I'm confused.
I think she's confused. It's the problem.
Wait, what did she
Like,
think?
because I hit the home run, and you know how like when they'll celebrate at home plate, he was saying I would get injured with the big mob at the home plate because I'm great and I hit the home run.
Oh, I'm gonna not.
Yeah,
chime
go
in.
filter your
No,
water
no, no,
over
no,
there.
no.
Are you- how's your research going on the coffee and tea
Yeah,
situation?
do we have an update?
Do we
for that?
have
Do we
any
an update?
updates?
I haven't been doing any of that.
Does one contain more water than the other?
I'll get back to you on that. Stat.
And back to the game, Sony. One more game. I believe this is a 10:30 tip. 4-9 Spurs at the 8-5 Clippers. Clippers 6.5 point home favorites here. I mean, you look at this, and the Clippers have been playing great.
They have been playing great.
Lost to the
Unfortunate
Bulls,
loss to the Bulls, the other night.
but Murray's great.
Mhm.
And I just feel like, come on, there's 3 games tonight. What are the chances that 3 favorites are going to win? I don't know. I know you can't look at it like that. It's all about each individual game. But I think this is the game where, maybe, we lost to the Bulls. We'll blow out the Spurs. We're fine. We'll go have dinner with Kawhi and not really care. And I think this is where Murray goes for 50. Upset victory over the Clippers. 101 to 89.
I don't know about that one, dude. I don't know. I think they're a little tight. They lost to the Bulls. Only scoring 90. I would honestly, obviously go Clippers tonight, dude. I don't believe in what's the chances of every game it's favorited, have a team that wins, whatever. I think that's bogus. I don't think the Spurs have a dog in this fight. I mean, they're 4-9, right? They're 4-9 team.
Murray's sick.
What?
Murray's sick.
Murray's sick?
No, I'm saying like he's really good.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, you tell me he's sick, like ill.
No illnesses.
No illnesses, healthy. I don't know. I feel like the Spurs are kind of Timberwolves at this point, But it's like a good comparison. And the Clippers blew out the Timberwolves like 129 to 102. So I'm picking the same type of game. Let's go Clippers 131 to 110.
131.
131.
I mean, is Paul George having 47?
Like maybe 35, 40.
Maybe Eric Bledsoe, 20 possibly.
Yeah, dude. It can happen.
Never know.
Let's
Never
go,
know.
dude.
You know where you never know?
What, dude?
The National Hockey League.
Oh.
Really, what do you really know when it comes there? No, not you, but I'm saying just Tony, like, come on. Like, was my hand really that close? I don't think so.
But it was doing this thing. I was
No, because you were trying to. You thought I was like trying to insult you, saying you don't know much about the NHL.
No, I did
was
not
just
think that.
saying.
I did not think that.
All
Yeah,
right.
I was not thinking that.
We have a call.
Before you go to the NHL, we have a caller.
Oh, you're calling him.
No. There he is.
Yo.
Connor, what's up?
What is up?
What's going on,
so
bro?
locks, dude.
Niners money line.
Let's go. Niners money line.
He had it.
Wow,
He had it.
dude, he did.
And the under.
You know what one? You know what one hurt was that Cleveland non-cover
Oh, that was awful.
right down to the
Awful.
wire. Oh my
The
god,
Nuggets as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
God.
dude!
Oh.
Unbelievable. I mean, but the thing I like about tonight is that there's a lot of hockey games.
Yeah. That was the
Um,
only thing I didn't do well in, but that was the only thing I didn't research, so it makes sense.
Yeah, you went Islanders right last night.
dude, I told you
I mean,
Lightning. I
I
tried to stop you.
I told you Lightning.
Well,
We both told you.
The first time I looked at the lines was when you guys told me what games were, so I didn't really know anything going on.
Gotta do your research, dude.
But
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the NBA tonight?
You want me to read you my pick?
Yeah.
Run it through, bud.
All right, word. Run it through. Here we go. All right, I'm just gonna load up the lines real quick just so I have them. All right, short slate tonight. Everyone knows that. Short slate tonight. So we got Warriors +3. No Joe Harris. No Millsap. Expect the Nets to be shorthanded on their bench unit. I expect a coming out game for Cam Thomas from LSU.
Big rookie.
10 points. 10 plus points. Give me that. Give me a parlay of Warriors, not Spurs, Warriors, Jazz, and the Clippers at +380.
Nice,
that.
dude.
I like the odds there.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And I'll take KD over 2.5 threes, Jordan Poole over 2.5 threes, Patty Mills over 2.5 threes, Steph Curry over 5 threes, +700.
Wow,
also
dude.
betting him straight.
What's the line just individually on the 2.5 for KD?
Let me check for you real quick.
Because I feel like that seems like a
That's
lot.
really
2.5. He might do that in the
low,
first quarter.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, he's the best scorer on the planet, so I don't know why you wouldn't take that. You see the Brandon Ingram and Sabonis hit like I gave out?
Yeah, I did see Sabonis, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
What a player.
I'm trying to tell. The 15.5 was the lowest total. I said that yesterday. 2.5 over for Durant is what you asked.
Mm-hmm.
So 3+ is -101, so it's even money.
Even money. I mean, jeez.
Damn,
you
man.
might take that to the bank, Tony, right? I mean,
I think I might have to,
the
dude.
FanDuel Sports
I mean,
app.
just bet
Yeah,
that
dude.
straight.
Every day.
Just bet that straight and just lay back.
Yeah, just chill.
chilling out.
Yeah.
Have it take a load off.
Take the night off.
Yeah. All right. So that's good. What else you got?
Just player props like I normally do, but if you want me to read those out, let me.
Yeah,
I
sure.
have other sports. I have other sports. But if you want me to do stick NBA, I'll do that. All right, NBA. Keldon Johnson 20+. He's gonna have a great game.
There's got to be some odds on that.
The Spurs, yeah, it's great odds. It's like +240. The Spurs have like Hurdle out and one other guy, maybe Eubanks or one of their big men. So I expect Keldon Johnson to play well. Also, Zubac isn't a great rim protector. He averages like a block, 1.2 blocks a game. I don't know. Keldon Johnson is good. Also, Reggie Jackson 21+, DeJounte Murray 20+, Paul George 27+, and Zubac over 9. That's +2,400. I put 10 to win 240.
Nice, dude.
That's Sakura.
Jesus.
And then I got Nicholas Batum over 5.5 rebounds, averaging 6. Paul George over 2.5 threes, averaging 3. Doug McDermott over 1.5 threes, averaging 2. And DeJounte Murray 2.5 steals, averaging 2.1 steals a game. That's 1189 to win 88.
Wow.
And do you guys, what sports? What other sports are you betting on? Do you guys got college? I have college.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, we don't do too much college, but if you want to give us maybe just a couple
Would you rather me do as different sport, NHL?
You got hockey? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do
Well,
hockey too, if you want to just do that,
all right.
me and Tony are big hockey guys.
Yeah, I got it. Give me Ducks Caps over 6.
That's a good bet.
Take that.
I mean, geez, the Caps might have 5 themselves.
Yeah.
I'll take one sec. I had looked at this earlier. Calgary money line. Florida Panthers money line. They're undefeated at home. Nashville +1.5 Toronto's the worst ATS team behind the Canadians and almost said Diamondbacks, Coyotes. Rangers money line against the Canadians,
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
and give me Edmonton -112 money line.
Let's go.
And I'll end it. Where are you guys with Vegas and Carolina? Give me Carolina all day.
Carolina all day.
Yeah, Carolina all day. Definitely with
All
that.
day.
Any thoughts on going Blues -1.5, -130?
Knew you were gonna do that.
Yeah, love that bet.
Because I mean, you could go 340, but it's like,
Right,
if
that's
the
tough,
Coyotes
too.
end up winning and
Yeah.
you're laying 340, I mean,
I'd
it's
honestly
just-
I'd take the under on that 5.5.
Yeah,
Maybe 5.5 goals.
Coyotes
5-0
unders
Bulls.
It's gonna be
Great. Coyotes unders are great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, they really can't score. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they really can't. Pretty disgusting.
Any thoughts to Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, who they play? The Sabres.
Sabres,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let
Both
me see
teams
if
have
I
kind of been
can-
struggling.
I just feel like the Penguins are better though.
I
you
just
know?
want to see if I cap that game.
I mean, it's
don't
heavy.
know.
It's a heavy
yeah,
line, -250.
I did not, but I have Jonathan Marchessault and Alexander Barkov each to score a goal at +520.
All right.
That's some good odds.
Yeah.
And I got the Rangers Panthers Calgary parlay at +380
Nice.
and Blues -1.5, Ducks +1.5.
That's
plus
interesting with the
160.
Ducks plus
Mhm.
1.5.
The Ducks are the best ATS team in hockey.
And the
Interesting.
1.5. What's the line for that? Is it like -150?
-130. The
Minus
Blues are the
130.
second best ATS team in hockey.
Wow, after
10
coming
and
off that
4.
disappointing loss to the
Ducks are-
Oilers.
Ducks are 13-2 ATS, 6-1 on the road ATS.
Wow.
Mhm.
Any thoughts on Sharks Wild?
Wild.
-180?
Why not? I don't know.
All right.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I like the Wild in this spot. I don't think the Sharks are that good. I mean, -180, but
Mhm.
I would tell you regulation, but you always tell me not to.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of shootouts, and me and Tony were talking about it. I don't know if it was before he came on or after yesterday, but how about that Rangers Devils game the other night?
Oh my gosh.
Talk about a shootout.
Yeah, dude. So
That
much fun.
7
Seriously.
legs. That was a lot of fun.
What a game. What a game.
One last question for you here. Any thought?
Let's
I mean,
hear
I
it.
know they just lost last night, but taking the Red Wings against the Stars,
I'm staying away.
yeah,
I would
just
stay away,
Kind of
too.
a tricky spot.
Yeah.
Staying away for sure.
Yeah, I guess it's
Sorry,
tough to trust either team. I mean,
Mhm.
hard to blame you there.
Yeah, you really can't.
Yeah. So, anything else you like, or that's pretty much it.
I said college basketball. I have a good amount of plays, so
What would you say? Like, give us like I don't know your
they're all
favorite.
like big. They're all like the big teams too. So it's not like
Actually, if you don't mind, because I'm actually going to be going to actually 2 games tonight, so I'm just kind of curious if you.
which one?
So they're being played at Mohegan Sun. The first one is Oklahoma State and UMass Lowell. I believe it's a 17-point spread. Did you happen to catch that one?
I think I did. Let me real quick. I can't find it online.
It's actually a 5:00 start too.
Better hurry up and get there, dude.
I think I had UMass plus the points.
UMass plus the points, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So
And what was the other one?
the other one is NC State and Central Connecticut State University. I think it's a 26.5-point spread.
I'll stay away.
But if you had to, you would lean NC State. I feel like Central's trash. They lost to UConn by 50.
Yeah, I'd lean NC State, but that's another Auburn type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I wanna put myself-
Yeah.
I don't
We
wanna
want
put
to
myself
go down
through
that road again.
I do not want to go down that.
And
road,
then,
not for him.
and if you had to say, like on the other games, like your favorite bet, if you had to put it down to one game, what would it be in college?
In college,
Yeah.
oh, you guys aren't gonna like it. It's a homer pick.
Oh.
James Madison University plus 3.5 at Eastern Kentucky. The last
Okay.
time these two teams played was in Eastern Kentucky in 2007, and the Dukes came out on top with an 8-point victory. Expect to see Jalen Hodge have a good night for the Dukes.
Wow. Okay. So we will have to keep that one in mind, Tony.
Yeah, dude.
Also,
I don't know. I'm betting with the heart.
Also, Purdue minus 9.5, UNC minus 5.5, and Michigan minus 1 in a 10-point college teaser. Love that.
10-point college teaser. Have you ever done one of those, Tony?
Never in my life, dude.
Wow.
I don't know if I have it in me.
And finally, Seton Hall catching 8 against Michigan.
Seton Hall. So you're saying they're plus 8 against Michigan?
Seton Hall.
Plus 8.
Wow.
Seton Hall.
Little fun fact, Tony. Their coach, Kevin Willard, used to be the head coach at Iona before taking the job at Seton Hall.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Nice step up from Iona, dude.
So a lot of action tonight. Definitely looking forward to watching the games. And of course, as always, Connor, appreciate your picks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No problem, guys. Thanks again for having me on.
Yeah,
Got
of
course,
one
dude.
more. You guys
One more on the way out. What do we got?
Let it rip.
One more on the way out. Here it is. So, I don't know if you guys heard about this stat. This is the early NFL lines for next week. Teams that didn't cover the previous week playing a team that did cover the previous week are, I think it's 45, 16, and 1 ATS after this week. Insane. So, next week, you got to take Falcons plus 7 on Thursday, Browns minus 10 against the Lions, Colts plus 7.5 in a rematch of that playoff game last year. Jets plus 3. I know you like that, Brian.
Jeez, I don't know if I do like that. Okay.
Plus 1.5.
Wow.
That's the trend.
Wow. Yeah.
There you go.
So those are some look ahead lines, Tony. So keep an eye out for that. But thanks again, Connor. We appreciate it, and we'll talk soon. All right.
Thanks again. Never tell me the odds.
Peace.
See ya.
Gotta love it, dude.
Star
Han
Wars.
Solo, Star Wars,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Have you not seen the movie?
No, I haven't. I told you that.
You're a fucking loser, dude.
Oh my God. Anyway, Tony. Anyway. So let's, we heard a little bit what Connor thought. Just quickly, last night, like we said, short slate, lightning convincingly.
Right.
Not really surprised there.
No, not at all. I mean, Hedman all day, 2 assists. Vasilevsky only faced 26 shots, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
Islanders were not able to generate enough offense. Tampa Bay defense, and then obviously their quick turnaround to offense, quick transitions that the Tampa Bay has recipe for a win.
And you know what they always say: what makes a great goaltender is even better defense. Because if the puck doesn't even get there, what are we talking about?
I know, dude. And Tampa Bay's defense is pretty phenomenal. I mean, like I mentioned, you have Hedman, also Ryan McDonough, former New York Ranger. Zach Bogosian, he used to be on the Sabres. He was really good for them. So they have phenomenal defensemen.
And then how about Jackets 5-3 over Detroit? Any thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, I think you were pretty much right with Detroit that will have averages at some point. Their run comes to an end.
Yeah.
Blue Jackets kind of showed up. I mean, they also have some guy I need to highlight, dude. Let's see, where is he? Oh, Justin Danforth, dude.
Justin
Danforth,
and he went to
Sacred Heart University between the years of 2013 and 2017. The same years I went there, actually played obviously for a Division I team.
With him?
No, never met him, dude.
Okay.
The hockey players that go to SHU, like they always come. I'm pretty sure Justin's from Canada, right? So they always go to like some type of like like minor league thing before they come to college, because obviously they go to whatever league in Canada, and then like semi-pro league, and they get scouted by schools. Obviously, Sacred Heart being one of them. Connecticut hockey is pretty good in terms of collegiate hockey. So he got recruited by them. He came in, I think he was probably like 23 when he came to SHU.
Okay, so a little older.
Yeah, a little older. So, made his debut last night at the Blue Jackets. I think he played for like 11 minutes, a couple shots on goal. nothing to show for it yet. But young man, first game. I'm expecting to see a lot more of him this season.
Yeah, and I think we got a lot to see tonight, Tony. A lot of games
That is
in the
for
NHL.
sure, dude.
Devils unfortunately canceled because of the Ottawa COVID outbreak.
Yeah, they didn't want the loss anyway, dude.
So a lot to choose from here.
Right.
Well, let's each pick two, and being that you're our expert here, Tony, I want you to go first.
I mean, maybe a pick from the heart, dude, but I got to go Rangers over Canadians. Rangers are hot right now. We're at home at the Garden. Canada has been pretty, I would say, lackluster this season.
Canada or the Canadians?
Canadians. I think Canada, really, in general, all their teams have been kind of lackluster.
But you meant to say Canadians. I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if it was a general trend of Canadian teams. Serious.
No, I would honestly, you could say that, but Canadian, besides them, I guess you can maybe even the Canucks are all right, but other than that, dude, I mean, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, so I would expect Shesterkin to be in goal, which is phenomenal. That's definitely going to help us a lot.
Maybe Fox puts one in.
Yeah, I'm expecting Fox definitely put a couple in. Usual suspects, Kreider, Panarin.
Kreider all-star team this year? Or
Gotta be, dude.
Yeah?
Gotta
Has
be.
he made it in the
Yeah,
past?
yeah. I think twice. Montreal also struggling with some injuries as well. Jake Allen, one of their goalies, is out. Jonathan Drouin is out. He's a left wing for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're feeling some hurt with their injuries. Nick Suzuki has been good. He's one of their centers. He's leading the team in pretty much everything right now, which is kind of one of the issues. Not really much to take away from other players at this point. So I expect the Rangers to kind of come out on top pretty easily.
Would you go minus 200 or minus 1.5?
I go with minus 1.5.
Yeah. Like it's gonna be like a 4-1.
Yeah.
5-2.
I'll go both, dude. Why not, dude?
Yeah. But honestly, I might take your advice, sir, because Canadians have not looked good this season.
Right.
For my pick here, I am gonna go, and this is not the easy way out, so I don't want to hear it.
If you go in Edmonton, dude,
we are going with the Edmonton Oilers. I think are slight underdogs here against the Winnipeg Jets. So my whole thought here, though, Tony, is that despite their 8-3 record, I just don't think the Jets are that good. Look, I think they're okay, but I just think the Oilers just take it to the whole nother level.
No, yeah, I think in comparison to the Oilers, I mean, there isn't a comparison really at all.
Right.
I mean, the Winnipeg isn't terrible. I mean, they have some good goal scorers. Kyle Connor comes to mind. Andrew Kopp, one of their centers. He's a good facilitator for Kyle, right? So, they have some decent offensive capabilities, but I mean, again, compared to the Edmonton,
it's Draisaitl.
It's Draisaitl.
It's McDavid. It's
Nugent Hopkins, dude.
And they don't lose in overtime.
They don't lose in overtime, dude. It's impossible to contain McDavid when he has time and space, like in 3-on-3. So
that's my pick number 1. What's your pick number 2?
Looking at the slate, dude. I'm gonna go. Dude, I guess I'll go Flames over Flyers.
It's funny. I was just thinking that one in my head.
Oh, really, dude?
Lindholm, you're a big Lindholm guy.
Elias Lindholm, pretty decent. I feel like the Flyers have been a little inconsistent. And the games they've lost, they've just had absolute no offense. Look at their last 5. Even the games they've won. I mean, they just lost to Dallas 5-2. We know how you feel about the Stars. They
shocked at that one. 5-2.
They beat Carolina, but only scoring 2 goals. They beat them 2-1. They lost to Toronto, getting shut out by them. And they lost to Pittsburgh 3-2. So, not a whole lot of goal scoring. And you look at Calgary, I mean, I feel like they score a good amount of goals. They beat the Rangers, I think maybe a week ago, like 6-0. So I'm going to go Calgary here. Let's go, dude.
All right. So you have Calgary and you have the Rangers. I have the Oilers in pick number 2.
Oh, boy.
We are going to go with the Washington Capitals.
Oh, over the Ducks,
Yes,
huh?
I think this will be a fun game, as Connor alluded
Mhm.
to. Lots of scoring.
Take the over.
But the Capitals, man, I think we're set up. Capitals, Oilers, Stanley Cup Finals.
It's gonna be interesting, dude. You really think so? Caps, Oilers?
Yeah, I mean, what Rangers over the Caps? That's what you're saying.
It's possible.
But who else, out of the East would you go with?
I mean, the East is really tight, dude. You really could honestly pick anyone.
Oh wait, no. Are the Oilers in the West or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure. For a second, I thought they were in the East. But yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, the East is pretty tight, dude. I mean, when you think about it, there's Florida, there's Washington, Boston has, the
Pedigree.
definitely the experience.
Yeah.
And then there's the Rangers. I mean, if the Devils, kind of start playing a little bit better as a team in terms of defense, they can definitely make a push. It's tough to see. Obviously, Caps, Ovechkin, Oshie. I mean, they're definitely contending, but I think it's a big toss-up, dude. It's hard to say. In terms of this game tonight, though, Ducks are in a 5-game winning streak.
All good things come to an end.
I know. Well, Capitals are on a 4-game winning streak, so I mean, someone's getting disappointed here tonight.
Right.
So we'll see, dude. Ducks, like I said, I think like you said, there's gonna be a lot of scoring, so it's gonna be a fun game for sure.
So it's who's gonna score more, Ovechkin or Terry? That's really the question. Ducks are a good team, like I said.
I think the other night Ovechkin didn't score any goals, so you have to assume he's gonna score a couple tonight.
He's fired up.
Yeah.
So that one, 10 o'clock, ESPN
Mm-hmm.
Plus. And there are some Hulu games tonight, Tony. If you do want to give it a watch, obviously I know you'll be watching the Rangers.
Mhm.
8:30, Red Wing Stars, also available on Hulu. So
I like that.
keep an eye out for that one. And then also, Islanders, that's local, but that one's on Hulu as well.
Right.
So just something for you to watch. And as we come to a close here, just quick on baseball here. The Mets have their guy, huh? Billy Epler officially on the dotted line.
He is, dude. He's officially on the dotted line. Love to see that we got a GM, especially when there's talks of the lockout and everything, kind of approaching in December. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it, dude. I'm happy we have someone for sure. Billy Epler, obviously someone who has experience.
Mm-hmm.
He played with. Didn't play, but he worked for LA. Did some work with the Yankees, so he definitely knows the New York market as well.
Connection to Stearns.
So
it seems like that's almost a foregone conclusion. They've been talking about that a lot on the fan today.
Yeah. So we'll kind of see how it plays out, but I'm excited, dude. I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna do a good job for the Mets.
Thoughts on Syndergaard bolting for Los Angeles?
I mean, I guess not. I guess I'm a little surprised. I mean, of course, you've heard about the bad blood that Syndergaard had between him and the Mets organization. But I don't know. I kind of just thought it fizzed out. Maybe they kind of got past it, but. Obviously, with Syndergaard declining the Mets offer, and then going to LA for what, $3 million more for the year,
right? But like we had talked about before the show, I think it was more about being in LA,
right?
Being
going to LA
more than a couple $1 million,
which is kind of a shame, dude. I would have, definitely would have been good to have Syndergaard. That's for sure.
And then also, any thoughts on Correa's comments about Jeter about the Gold Gloves?
Yeah, I don't know what he was really thinking. Pretty unwarranted, pretty outlandish statement to make.
You think he was saying, I want to go to Detroit?
He was definitely saying he want to go to New York.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised, but I guess he's going to go to Detroit. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do in Detroit. Well, he's probably going to play well, obviously, but it's like...
Do you think he was slightly nervous to go to New York because he knows that he wouldn't have a margin for error based on being a part of the Astros team?
Yeah. I think it would have been. I mean, I think the Yankee fans would have pretty mixed emotions with signing Correa. Especially with him being a part of the Astros organization, the whole cheating scandal and everything, and especially how he handled it. So I think it would have been a tough time for him to adjust to being a Yankee for sure. And then with that, on top of that, the pressure of playing well, like you said, he would have zero margin for error. So he'd probably take a lot of shellac, if he didn't really play well. So.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been a good fit for him anyway, dude.
Yeah, I think Seager.
Even though you said you would want him.
But Seager.
But even though you said you would want Correa.
I did say I would
you
want
said you would want
Seager,
Correa.
though.
You said no, you're Correa.
I
Correa.
did.
Correa. Michael's giving me the hand.
Well, you guys don't agree on anything.
No, right now we do.
But hey, I think Seager's coming to town. Reports are that Yankees might be closing in on a 1/2 year deal with Justin Verlander. Any
I hope the Mets kind of sweep him up below your feet. That'd be pretty dope since we lost Syndergaard.
Nice.
And Stroman's a free agent too, so I don't think
Who would you rather have?
Stroman or Verlander or Stroman or Syndergaard.
Contract aside, Stroman or Verlander? Just like who would you be more excited to have on the team next year?
Honestly, probably Stroman.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like Verlander is a little bit of a question mark coming off, the Tommy John and everything. Even though he's been throwing well, you never know how he's going to do throughout the whole season. And plus, Stroman is definitely more of an athlete than Verlander. I'm definitely recalling when he was pitching for the Astros. I think it was 2 years ago in the World Series when he picked up a ground ball, slipped, tried to throw at his own shin.
Yeah.
Not a very athletic man. Stroman, Golden Glove.
Yeah. No, you hit it on the head, Tony. Hit it on the head. What about Berrios? 6 years, 130.
Is it Berrios?
Yes.
It's not Berrios.
I would say it's split, but it's
the man's name.
It's not, but no, I'm just people
pronounce
stuff. I mean, and obviously the whole espresso, that whole.
Well, it's espresso.
It is.
Anyway, Jose Berrios clearly wants to stay with Toronto. I don't blame him.
I mean, talk about a discount though.
Yeah, really.
I think he could have got easily $30 million in the open market.
Yeah, probably. But dude, if the guy wants to stay with Toronto, I mean, more power to him. I mean, Toronto's a good young team. They're only going to get better with more experience they have playing together, especially because I would imagine, they're going to be in playoff contention, at least in contention for the wild card like they were this season. Definitely going to know how to handle the pressure more because, they lost a few games late in the season when they were in contention for the wild card. They had it, they were out. It was obviously a tight race between them and Yankees and Boston and everything. So I would expect Toronto to be a contending team, and Berrios obviously sees that, and he's only going to help them out.
So, and one other thing here, we had mentioned that it looks like Correa might sign with Detroit. They've already signed former Red Sox starter Eduardo Rodriguez, 5 years, $77 million. Is it just me, or is that a little crazy?
I never really liked him that much, dude. I don't think he's really that great.
He's a guy I would sign for 1 year.
Right. 5 years? How old is he?
If I had to guess, he's 27 or 28.
I mean, I guess.
And actually, I'm right in front of the article here, so I'd imagine that I would.
He is 28.
Notice how I'm always right there with ages. I don't know how to think that I know how old players are. What?
No, it's just funny.
Any?
Renee?
I thought that was funny, Barnes.
Okay.
Organic.
Very organic, and I think the black tea is hitting.
Yes, the caffeine. But
hitting my bladder.
Oh God. But tea is the number one drink that stains your teeth.
I'm surprised coffee's
I've
not.
heard that.
Coffee's not. Tea stains it more.
But I mean, coffee's what, number 2? I mean,
I don't know. I think red wine might be number 2.
Red
Yeah,
wine.
red
Yeah,
wine.
dude.
Wow.
It's the grapes and shit.
You learn something new.
And the sugar and wine too, dude.
The wine.
Crazy stuff. I was actually learning from the Ego Dude about all the chemicals that they put in wine to dye it and stuff, and it's all nasty. You don't want it, dude.
40.
The red 40, dude.
Environment.
The environment.
Wow. Ravens, I just saw released Le'Veon Bell, 2.7 yards per carry on his 31 rushing attempts with Baltimore this year.
Wow. Interesting move.
Maybe reunion with the Jets?
Why not? They need it.
I say go back to Pittsburgh. I'll try to right the ship.
Oh, that'd be pretty dope. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, go back
why
to
not?
Pittsburgh.
And then just some other things here. Rangers interested in Starling Marte.
Who isn't?
I think a lot of people are interested in him.
Yeah.
Twins in talking about trades for Buxton. I would like him to go to the Yankees, but I don't want to give up the farm either.
Byron Buxton, dude.
You're not a big Buxton guy?
I am a big Buxton guy. He stays healthy.
Yeah.
He struggled with injury here and there.
But
So.
like we've said with other players, I mean, if is a big if. And that's
If is a big if. You hear that? If is a big if.
What do we got, Renee? Anything?
I got nothing, guys.
No, I just sent you something.
Oh, I got a mysterious thing from Mike that I'll open now.
All right. Let's hear it.
Wow, the attitude.
You guys are gonna like this.
All right.
We're gonna like it.
Screenshot from Mike, which it's cropped, so we don't know where the source is coming
Okay.
from.
Of course.
Yep.
Google, probably the first thing that pops up.
Oh,
I just searched it and it looks like the same thing that popped up for me.
Just say
What do we
it.
got? What do we got?
If you think about it, coffee beans are brewed at a higher temperature with less water. So a cup of coffee has more concentrated amount of caffeine in than tea. There's more. The amount of caffeine in tea depends on the type of tea as well.
Right.
Black tea has the most caffeine in it, then green tea, then white tea.
What temperature is water filtered through coffee at?
Oh God.
I would imagine it's still boiling. Is it not boiling?
I don't know.
But you know what the thing is? There's boiling and then there's really boiling.
You're really boring.
The boiling. Not boiling. Oh, you know what I just saw?
What did you just think of?
Well, I promise this is it.
No, I can stay all day. Dude.
Heard Bobby V on the Fan.
He lost the minute. Oh, we talked about this yesterday.
Yes, but
Um,
on the Fan.
On the
and
Fan.
He talked about that, and he said it's a blessing in disguise that he doesn't have to be the mayor. And
get the fuck out of here, dude. A blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I swear
My
to God.
ass, dude. He wanted to win.
And then he alluded to that when he accepted the Red Sox job, he was at some charity dinner that he might have possibly been half in the bag when he accepted the
Oh
offer.
God. Well, I believe that. I guess.
And he said his whole life has been sevens, because
Right.
7 years in Japan, 7 years with the Mets, 7 years with the Rangers, 7 months with the Red Sox. How ironic is that?
Definitely wasn't 7 years with Shu.
He said it was, but he's probably just saying.
7 years
what
with
he
Shu.
said.
It
Yeah.
was. He was there for a while, Anthony.
I know he was there for a while, but I'm trying to think. I was there for 6, and he
So
wasn't.
He was there for one more.
He
year.
wasn't there when I started.
One more.
He
year.
wasn't there when I started.
He was there when you left.
He was.
He just left.
He left the last year,
No, he left
so
at the start of this year.
it may have been 6 too.
He's been there since 2021.
No, he definitely, yeah.
Anyway, also,
Anyway,
last question for Anthony. I don't need that.
What's the question?
Would you take Bobby V as your manager?
I was just gonna say that. He's talking about blessing in disguises. Maybe he's got another job. In his back pocket.
I want to see it. I just don't get. I just know there's
It'd
no
be
traction.
electric.
It would be
It'd
electric.
be pretty electric, dude. And I hit him up to go to games all the
Well,
time.
what do you think it is? Like, is it like Cohen is like, oh my God, I don't want to have to listen to this guy talk or something.
Yes.
Too big of a personality.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude.
Would be a story. Would be definitely be.
It'd be fucking crazy. I would imagine. I mean, what is he doing now? He's not working for Sacred Heart. He's not mayor. What is he doing?
He's getting
dude?
royalties for his Bobby V's sports bar restaurant. So.
Well, you were just there. You were telling
Yeah.
me, right? Well, you're contributing to his royalties right there, dude. You're a
guess I am.
patron.
I guess I am.
Um,
But I have to say, Tony, what another great show today.
Had a great
Once
time
again,
today, dude.
a great job by Renee producing.
I would love to look at the statistics on our viewership without Mike, with Renee in his place.
And the battle between you and Michael continues each day. But that's what it's all about here on the Sports Bar.
Yeah, just
But,
friendly fun.
friendly fun.
Friendly fun.
But of course, we'd like to thank our viewing audience for tuning in, and thanks for Connor for calling in. Everyone enjoy their day. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.